Eileo guys, and welcome back. So here is another redo video of Incubus because the one in the past was just not that great. But without further ado, my boys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so we're starting off with Fire Incubus here. He is a balance type coming in with nearly 32k HP, 2.6k attack, and then 2.5k defense. So stat wise, it's decent. For Nat 4, it's decent. I can't hate on him too much. And he comes in with attack down and then courageous strike. So he will need crit, so he will need a square slot, or he just will not do his job properly, which if you're ever going to bring him into Titans, you kind of need him to do it properly because that's his whole selling point. But 70% chance for attack down for 2 turns is pretty great. And then his courageous strike, it's okay. I have one. He is on Ruin with max crit, and his damage is okay. It's nothing incredible. It's okay because, I mean, he's mainly there for the attack down. And of course, courageous strike is a nice added touch to him. But in my opinion, he's not as strong as I want him to be. Maybe if I get around to putting some trinkets on him, he can do more damage. But we'll just have to see. He's just not my favorite. He's not bad. He's just not my favorite. But let's move on. Alright, next up is Water Incubus, who is a tank type coming in with 36k HP, nearly 2.2k attack, and then 2.4k defense. Remember guys, he is a tank. His main selling point is HP. I wish his HP was slightly higher, but we all wish a lot of things. Defense is okay. He has plenty of HP to soak up the hit, and he comes in with Adrenaline, which restores 20% of his own HP per turn, and then Taunt. Now, Taunt we know is outdated, but it is a 5-star skill taunt, so it's an AoE taunt, isn't it? Yeah, so he should taunt everyone, which is okay. Obviously, there's better choices nowadays, especially with mons like Sonic displaying that they can still be annoying with a better skill. So he just needs an update, in my opinion, and he could still be annoying, but his stats aren't really that great for him to derail anyone else, in my opinion. So is he worth all of the Nat 4s whenever he returns to get this one? That's up to you. That is up to you. If you already have the wood one built, and you don't want to get the fire one because you don't do Titans, feel free to do it, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Let's move on. So we are at Wood Incubus now, who is also an attacker type coming in with 25k HP, 3.1k attack, and then 2.5k defense. Stat wise, solid. He's right at the threshold for HP on attacker types for me personally that I like to see. Over 3k attack. Defense is actually okay for an attacker too. It's 2.5k. Pretty darn decent. And he's also wood, which is a blessing in this game because wood mons are slowly getting there, but they're not where they need to be at, but they are slowly getting there. So if you can get a hold of any wood mon, it is always nice to have those. And he comes in with morale boost and then hunter. So his morale boost increases his SP by 50% per turn, and then his 5-star skill hunter increases his critical hit damage by 30%. He does have books as well. If you need a solid woodmon, if you don't have a woodmon, especially for you newer guys out there, whenever he comes, he is 155% worth it. I've had him since he first came, have not regretted. I still use him to this day. Obviously, he's retired in terms of PvE because I just run 2 Sarahs and Draka. But for clan versus clan, he still gets it in, bruh. He still gets. I was gonna say something else, but he still puts in work. That's all I can say. Great mon to have. I did use him in B7. I actually still use him in Dragons as well. I did forget to mention that, but absolute great mon. I have nothing but good things to say about him, other than Incubus is slow as molasses animations, dude. Like, if you want to trip out, take Incubus, run him, set your game to 1x speed, just the regular speed, and let him attack. Go outside, walk your dog, come back. He's still not going to be done. He's still not going to be done, boys. It's ridiculous. Alright, definitely not last, and definitely not least, but my least favorite. Light Incubus. He's an attacker type coming in with nearly 28k HP, 3.1k attack, and then 2.2k defense. His stats are worse than the grass one, or the wood one, whatever you want to call it. His stats are worse than him. He does have more HP than the wood one, but his defense is 250 lower. And he has just really the same attack, which is unfortunate. So this dude is as glassy as he comes, and the problem with him being glassy is his HP siphon. So his HP siphon restores HP to everyone depending on the amount of damage that he deals. And then he also comes with shock, 80% chance for 1 turn, which isn't bad, especially with books. If that can get boosted to 2 turns, that's honestly not that bad, especially for an attacker type. But his HP siphon derails him. The problem is that if you build him, especially with like crit rate attack, maybe crit damage, yes, he's going to hit like a truck. But if he gets hit, he's going to die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If a Darkmon hits him and he is full, like decked out, going glassy, he is going to die. And that HP siphon serves no one any purpose if he's dead. Maybe there's good like Incubuses out there and I just haven't fought them, but all of the ones that I have fought have not been good, just because his typing kind of makes you either ignore his 3-star skill or try to go for his 3-star skill, but unless he somehow doesn't get targeted, it's just not a good time, in my opinion. Just not a good time. And it's kind of funny, his attacks are called Dark Force, and Dark Abyss, but this is obviously the light one. Oh well, man. Oh well. You just can't win. Alright, and last but not least is the Dark type, who is also an attacker type. I'm loving these attacker types here. But he's coming in with nearly 25k HP, 3.2k attack, and then 2.5k defense. Once again, very, very similar to the wood one. His HP is slightly lower, but he has more attack, and his defense is right around the same. And he's a dark type, so he does benefit from that additional crit damage. So getting him max crit for this mon in particular definitely would not do you any wrong at all, boys. But he's coming in with HP siphon and then seal. Now his HP siphon is only for himself. I do wish they would swap this and give him the AoE HP siphon and just give the light one for himself, but it is what it is. And then his seal is 80% chance for 2 turns. Of course, he does have books. I do not know what they go to, but he does have books. So in terms of overall use, of course, this is just a clan versus clan / PvP mon, mainly clan versus clan. I haven't really seen him in PvP lately, just because there's better mons out there. But he's by far not mediocre by any means, at least in my opinion. With self-sustain and then him having a two-turn seal if it hits, is actually quite solid. So okay mon to have. I'm not going to say he's like top dog, but would I build him if I had nothing else and I wanted a clan versus clan mon or a PvP defense mon? Why not? You only live once. Why not? But do keep in mind that you will need to sacrifice a whole bunch of nat 4s to get him to Evo 3. So if you have those nat 4s sitting around, go for it. But if you don't have it sitting around, it's really up to you. It's really up to you. If you like his design, if you think he looks cool, which I personally think he looks cool, have at it, my boys. But that's pretty much it for the Incubus review, my boys. I definitely hope this review helped some of you guys out there once Incubus returns, if he ever returns. But I figured I would update this video. And feel free to leave a comment below of any Incubus elements that you guys find useful. Feel free to prove me wrong about the light one. I would love to see that. Not saying that I think I'm right all the time, but I would love to see it for science, my boys. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.